What if I told you that 40% of Americans who use these buy now, pay later services admit they've made purchases they couldn't actually afford, and that a shocking 72% of users report spending more than they would if they had to pay in full? This leaves them drowning in debt and always financially broke. Behind the friendly interfaces and promises of interest-free payments lies a $180 billion industry that's counting on one thing: your brain's psychological blind spot around money. These companies aren't just offering a convenient payment option. They've engineered a sophisticated system that bypasses your financial self-control, leading to 68% higher spending per transaction. We've been conditioned to believe that if there's no interest charged, there's no real cost. But this fundamental assumption is precisely what makes buy now, pay later so dangerous. Today, I'm pulling back the curtain on how these services really work, the psychological tricks they use to manipulate your spending, and the hidden financial consequences that don't appear until it's too late. You'll discover how a seemingly harmless payment option is creating a silent debt crisis, and exactly how to protect yourself. If you ever used buy now, pay later or been tempted by those for easy payments at checkout, comment awareness below. The financial clarity you gain in the next few minutes could save you thousands in the long run. Number 1. How BNPL really works. Behind the 0% interest promise. The Oracle of Omaha has a famous saying: if you don't understand how an investment makes money, you're probably the one providing the returns. This perfectly describes buy now, pay later services like Klarna, Affirm, and Afterpay. On the surface, these services sound fantastic. Spread your payments over 4 to 6 installments with zero interest. But remember Buffett's first rule of investing: never lose money. The reality is that companies like Klarna aren't charities. They're profit-seeking businesses with cleverly disguised revenue models. So, how do they actually make money if they're not charging interest? First, merchants pay them 3 to 6% of each transaction, significantly higher than regular credit card fees of 1.5 to 3%. Second, and this is where you come in, they earn substantial income from late fees when customers miss payments. Some BNPL companies generate up to 25% of their revenue from these fees alone. Perhaps most concerning is how these services bypass traditional credit regulations. Since they technically don't charge interest, they avoid many of the consumer protection laws that govern credit cards. That no credit check promise means they're not required to verify if you can actually afford what you're buying. Have you noticed how easy these companies make it to sign up? That's not a coincidence. Let's look at the powerful psychology behind why these services are so effective at getting you to spend more. Number 2, psychological traps. How BNPL hacks your brain. Ever notice how much easier it feels to click buy when you see those 4 small payments instead of full price? That's precisely what these companies are counting on. Warren Buffett's partner, Charlie Munger, often talks about the psychology of human misjudgment, and BNPL services have mastered it. These platforms leverage what behavioral economists call the pain of paying, that uncomfortable feeling when you part with your money. By breaking payments into smaller chunks, they significantly reduce this pain, making you far more likely to complete purchases you'd otherwise reconsider. Think about how their apps are designed. Bright, friendly interfaces. Simple 4 payment breakdowns that seem so manageable. One-click approval processes. All of this is carefully crafted to bypass your brain's natural spending caution signals. Would you believe that shoppers spend an average of 40% more when using BNPL services compared to paying up front? They're also masters at exploiting what psychologists call mental accounting, our tendency to categorize money differently depending on how we're using it. When you break $200 into 4 $50 payments, your brain perceives this as coming from your small expenses mental account rather than your major purchase account, even though the total is identical. Buffett famously warned, "Only when the tide goes out do you discover who's been swimming naked." For many BNPL users, that tide goes out when multiple payment schedules overlap, suddenly revealing the true financial exposure they've created for themselves. What about those promises that BNPL won't affect your credit score? Let's examine what's really happening behind the scenes with your financial data. Number 3, the unrevealed numbers, real BNPL statistics. Did you know that 42% of buy now, pay later users have made late payments? Or that the average user has 4.6 BNPL loans running simultaneously? These aren't statistics the companies advertise, but they reveal the troubling reality behind the convenient checkout option. Warren Buffett once said, "You only find out who is swimming naked when the tide goes out." We're starting to see this with BNPL as economic conditions tighten. A recent Federal Reserve study found that BNPL users have substantially higher overall debt levels than non-users. They're also more likely to be using other high-cost debt products like payday loans and pawnshop loans. What's particularly concerning is who's using these services most. The demographic data shows that younger consumers, those with less financial education and smaller cash reserves, are the primary users. Nearly 75% of BNPL users are millennials or Gen Z, with many making less than $50,000 annually. The companies claim their services help people manage cash flow, but the numbers tell a different story. The average user transaction size has been steadily increasing, from $120 in 2020 to nearly $200 today. This indicates people aren't just using BNPL for emergencies or necessities. They're using it to stretch beyond their means for increasingly expensive discretionary purchases. As Buffett wisely noted, the most important thing to do if you find yourself in a hole is to stop digging. Unfortunately, BNPL makes it remarkably easy to keep digging a financial hole one seemingly small payment at a time. But what about their claims that these services won't impact your credit score? Let's explore what's actually happening behind the scenes with your financial data. Number 4. Credit report mysteries. The long-term impact of BNPL. Price is what you pay, value is what you get. Warren Buffett often reminds investors, with BNPL, the true price may include unexpected damage to your financial reputation. While these companies initially advertise no impact on your credit score, that landscape is rapidly changing. The major credit bureaus, Experian, TransUnion, and Equifax, have begun incorporating BNPL data into credit reports. Why does this matter? Because multiple BNPL accounts can now affect your debt-to-income ratio, a critical metric lenders examine when you apply for a mortgage, car loan, or even an apartment lease. Think about it this way. If you have 6 active BNPL loans totaling $1,200, traditional lenders might view those as 6 separate credit obligations. Even though you're paying them off, they represent ongoing financial commitments that reduce how much additional debt you can responsibly handle. Have you considered how this might affect your future plans? Imagine applying for a mortgage only to discover your dream home is just out of reach because those seemingly insignificant BNPL payments are counted against your borrowing capacity. Buffett has consistently warned against financial instruments that lack transparency. If you've been playing poker for half an hour and you still don't know who the patsy is, you're the patsy. With BNPL's evolving reporting practices and regulatory uncertainty, many consumers don't realize they're playing a game where the rules are changing mid-hand. Additionally, regulatory scrutiny is intensifying. The Consumer Financial Protection Bureau has opened investigations into BNPL practices, potentially leading to new rules that could affect existing users. As with all financial innovations that grow rapidly with minimal oversight, the regulatory hammer often falls after consumers have already exposed themselves to risk. But what happens when those seemingly manageable weekly payments start to overlap and multiply? Let's examine the debt spiral that can occur with just a few harmless BNPL purchases. Number 5, the debt spiral. From just $25 a week to financial stress. It's only when the tide goes out that you learn who's been swimming naked. This Buffett wisdom perfectly describes what happens when multiple BNPL payments come due simultaneously. What starts as just $25 a week can quickly multiply into several $100s of required monthly payments. Have you ever found yourself making another purchase before paying off the first one? You're not alone. The average BNPL user has nearly 5 active payment plans running concurrently. This creates what financial experts call payment stack, where multiple small obligations combine into one significant financial burden. The math becomes troubling when you examine it closely. For purchases of $400 each, spread across 4 payments, suddenly means you're committed to $400 monthly, often without realizing it. There's no monthly statement showing your total obligation, like with credit cards. Instead, payments are automatically deducted from your account, sometimes creating overdraft fees when timing aligns poorly with your paycheck. This leads to what Buffett would recognize as a dangerous feedback loop. Users who can't make BNPL payments often turn to credit cards to cover them, effectively paying high interest on their interest-free purchase. Others open new BNPL accounts to buy essentials because their budget is consumed by existing BNPL payments. As Warren Buffett wisely advises, the most important thing to do if you find yourself in a hole is to stop digging. Unfortunately, BNPL's fractured payment structure makes it difficult for users to see how deep the hole truly is until they're already struggling. What does the future hold for these increasingly popular services? And how are they reshaping the consumer finance landscape? Let's examine where this trend is heading. Number 6. BNPL and the future of consumer finance. Have you noticed how buy now, pay later options are becoming ubiquitous at checkout? Buffett famously advises investors to watch for businesses changing consumer habits. BNPL is doing exactly that, potentially creating a generation of consumers who view fractional payments as a default rather than the exception. Traditional banks have taken notice. Major institutions like Goldman Sachs, Chase, and American Express have launched their own BNPL products. What should particularly concern you is the integration of BNPL into everyday purchases. Once reserved for larger items like electronics or furniture, these services now appear at grocery stores, gas stations, and even food delivery apps. This normalization of debt for routine expenses contradicts Buffett's fundamental principle of living below your means. The integration with other financial products is also accelerating. Some BNPL providers are launching digital bank accounts, credit cards, and shopping portals, creating comprehensive ecosystems designed to capture more of your financial activity. This vertical integration makes it harder to escape their influence once you've started using their services. Regulatory changes are inevitable as these services grow. While this might introduce better consumer protections, it could also mean that existing users face stricter terms or qualification requirements. So, is there ever a time when using these services makes financial sense? Let's examine when BNPL might be appropriate and how to protect yourself if you do use it. Number 7. Using BNPL wisely when it might make sense. Warren Buffett famously said, "Risk comes from not knowing what you're doing." With buy now, pay later services, understanding exactly when they might be appropriate and when they're dangerous is crucial to protecting your financial health. Are there situations where BNPL makes sense? Potentially. If you're facing a genuine necessity, not a want, have a concrete plan to pay it off before any other payments come due, and I confirm there are no hidden fees, BNPL might be a reasonable short-term solution. For example, replacing a broken refrigerator when you know a bonus is coming next month. But Buffett would likely add important caveats. First, he'd suggest having a dedicated emergency fund, so you don't need financing for unexpected expenses in the first place. His advice to never depend on a single income would also apply. Developing multiple income streams provides financial resilience that makes short-term financing less necessary. If you do use BNPL, protect yourself with these Buffett-inspired principles. First, never have more than one BNPL agreement active at a time. This prevents the payment stack that leads to financial stress. Second, implement a 72-hour waiting period before any non-essential purchase. This cooling off period helps combat the psychological manipulation these services employ. Third, manually track all your BNPL obligations in a spreadsheet or budget app, since most services don't provide a comprehensive view of your commitments. Finally, remember Buffett's most fundamental principle. The first rule of investing is don't lose money. The second rule is don't forget rule number 1. With BNPL, preserving your financial stability by avoiding unnecessary debt should always take precedence over the temporary satisfaction of an immediate purchase. Buy now, pay later isn't the financial innovation it claims to be. It's simply debt repackaged to bypass your financial caution signals. As Warren Buffett wisely notes, if you buy things you don't need, you'll soon sell things you need. BNPL's entire business model depends on this principle, encouraging unnecessary purchases that strain your long-term financial health. Today, You need to take a clear-eyed inventory of all your current BNPL obligations. Add up the total amount you still owe across all platforms. Then create a concrete plan to pay them off as quickly as possible. The psychological freedom of breaking these payment cycles is worth far more than the momentary pleasure of instant purchases. Comment debt-free below if you're committed to approaching BNPL with greater awareness or eliminating it from your shopping habits entirely. Your declaration might inspire others who are silently struggling with multiple payment plans. If this financial reality check was valuable, hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. Each week, I share strategies to protect your financial future from increasingly sophisticated tools designed to separate you from your money. Remember, understanding these modern financial pitfalls doesn't just protect your bank account. It helps you build a future based on genuine financial freedom rather than endless payment cycles.